episode of Future Thinking. Today we are joined with Franciska, who is the founder of Consider Cakes. Franciska, I hope you're well. And before we get into it, can you tell me a bit about yourself and your organization?
Yeah, hi, my name is Franciska. Thanks so much for having me today. So I'm the founder of Consider Cakes. We are a group of hobby bakers, and we're baking for people in emergency accommodation and direct provision centers. So basically everyone who cannot afford a birthday cake can get a free cake from our group.
No, and it's such I only got involved there now recently. I think when was my first one was last weekend. And, it was so nice, they all came up to meet me with the cakes and all the kids and everything came. And I was like, I'd never seen anything like it. So can you tell us a bit like how you kind of got into it and what idea you had to kind of get it going?
Yeah, so it started because I love baking. I'm just a hobby baker, not professional at all. And then I heard about direct provision. We started this in June last year, and then direct provision became such an important topic. And I heard about it. I was like, oh, what can I do to improve it a little bit, but do something I love at the same time? And I thought this is a really easy way to do it. The funny thing is, I never thought this is turning into an initiative. I had the small idea. I thought I'm going to bake like once a week. I told my boyfriend and he said, oh, that's great. Let's do this together. And he would be delivering with me. And then the second week, it was already crazy. We had 3 requests and I was like, God, we can't handle this ourselves because I have a full-time job as well. So it's something I could do on the weekends, but not 3 cakes in a week. We started putting it on Instagram and so many people reached out. It's really amazing to see how many people actually love baking and want to have a small impact on someone. And as you said, it's something so small where you wouldn't really think that they get so excited, but especially kids, if they want to celebrate with friends, a cake makes such a big difference. And especially if it's with their favorite princess or superhero on top, it makes their day and it makes them feel very special. And it also makes this one day very different to the other ones.
Yeah, no, even as you're saying there, kind of when you reached out to me and I got involved, I wasn't expecting, because, I'm in the group chat now, I wasn't expecting so many people to be involved.
Yeah.
There's crazy. I was like, this is maybe it's a one-woman show and she does it by herself. When I joined the groups, there was just name after name after name. And I was like, wow, you're really after building yourself kind of I wouldn't even say it's a little organization. And it's not to us, baking is a smaller thing. I'm an amateur baker at best, because I'm kind of getting used to it as well. But some of the creations and that some people make, I'm like, this is it's such a big thing then when you're delivering.
Yeah, it's so nice as well. You're a hobby baker now, but the more cakes you do, the more confident you're getting, the more you're trying out. So I'm I'm excited to see your next cakes, because they're all going to be better and better and better because you just bake more. I started this without even having a mixer, a hand mixer, and it's not possible to do icing without a mixer, and I didn't know it. So it's, you improve with this initiative. And as you said, there's so many people on board. We support each other. So if you want a recipe or something, everyone is helping out. And it's just really nice. And also you see, if you're in the WhatsApp group, there's so many messages because so much is going on. We have homeless distributions. It's not only the birthday cakes anymore, because we're so many people that we can actually do a lot more. So we do the homeless distributions and we do other events for holidays like Christmas and Easter. So there's always something going on.
And you were saying there, because I suppose I introduced this as just say the Consider Cakes, but you were saying you also do the homeless distributions. And is that all over Ireland, or is it just certain counties that you do that in?
So we cover most parts of Ireland. We have some parts where we don't. We cover 14 cities at the moment. It always some areas are just harder to find people in. And at the moment, because I have amazing coordinators, without them, this wouldn't be as big as it is now. So we have Tiffany in Wicklow, Fiva in Galway, and Jamie, who covers 4 different areas. So it would be a lot smaller without them. But still, we can't cover all Ireland yet because it's just too much. We already try to cover everything, but it's a bit difficult. But the main areas we have, so we have Galway, Cork, Dublin, Monaghan, Limerick, so like the bigger cities we cover, and we also work together with like homeless charities. Like Novas is a really well-known one where we give like once a month, for instance, we give like a special treat, or they contact us for birthdays. Then in Dublin we have Reaching Out Homeless. We join them like on the week, like twice a month, and they distribute like hot food and hot drinks to the people. And you know, cakes are great, but they're not the most important thing. So it's really nice to join these charities and giving the homeless something that is extra, something special, you know, like for on Valentine's Day to get a little nicely wrapped cupcake with a happy Valentine's note really makes someone's day, because it's not essential.
You were saying there that you have so many like amazing people that get involved. How do people get involved? Do you reach out to them, or can they reach out to you?
So it's actually funny. You're the only person I actually reached out directly, because
Okay.
I had a like I followed you before, and then I had a request in Mayo. I don't, how do you pronounce it? Mayo.
Mayo. Ballyhonus in Mayo, yeah.
And I was like, I have no bakers, and it was like a really cute boy, and I was like, I don't want to cancel the request. So I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna ask you, because like you're from there, so I can just ask you. And then you said you're joining, so I was super excited. So usually people are reaching out to us, and like the team is growing like all the time, because people are sharing their bakes good, they resharing our stuff, so more and more people are seeing it. If we expand to a new city, for instance, we usually talk to the newspaper if they could talk about it as well, just that we can raise more awareness. But if you want to get in contact with us, you can just contact us via social media. So we're basically everywhere. So Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and we also have a website, so you can contact us there as well.
And what's your website called then?
Everyone Deserves a Birthday Cake.
Okay, no, that's lovely. Like it's such a lovely idea, and I'm so glad you reached out to me, because I do a lot of like my own like volunteering and charity work, and being a big sister and doing work for children, like children with disabilities and children with autism. So you know, when you reached out to me, I was like, okay, like I'm not the best baker, but it's definitely something I can learn, because it's something that I really want to get involved with, like, especially children who I feel like are at a disadvantage. As you're saying, like everyone deserves a birthday cake, everyone deserves a birthday party, no matter what your situation is like. And it's mad, I've never seen anything like this before. And because you're so well run and you're so organized at doing it, and you're saying that you've so many amazing people involved with it as well, like it really is amazing. And I don't say that about many charities. I think it's because it's so, I don't know, I always, for charities or like organizations, I have to see the human element behind it to really, not say back it, but to really be involved. I have to see like the person behind it and see their passion for it. And it's not, you know, this isn't a company you work for. Like you started this organization and this like yourself. So I suppose it's nice to see that there is the human element, there's the human interest, and you're just basically doing it out of the kindness of your own heart.
And bakers love it as well. I mean, like, I assume that you were super happy after you made your first cake and delivered it. So it's a win-win for everyone, which is really nice for me to see as well, because obviously like I'm assigning all the bakers, and I hope that they're enjoying what they do. And then I get really lovely messages sometimes that people like thank me that they're part of this initiative, because it makes them so happy just seeing like a child holding their cake and being super happy about it. So that's really nice to see as well. And how was it for you? Sorry.
No, what were you saying there? Sorry.
Yeah, how was it for you to bake a cake for a stranger? Because I know when I'm doing it, I'm quite nervous, because you don't know the person and you want to make a perfect cake, especially when you're not that experienced. It can be quite nerve-wracking, right?
It was a small bit, but see, it wasn't too bad, because they wanted it for the Sunday, but I would think I was delivering it, that they wanted like the Thursday or the Friday. So I had to make something that lasts. So it was a bit easier, because I didn't have to do like the sponge cakes or anything like that. So it was a small bit easier for my first time. But the decorating, like I went to art college for 4 years. That's my undergrad. I thought I'd be better at the decorating. And I was like, this is a lot harder than painting.
No, I loved it. It was such a nice idea as well. You know, like you have to actually think about how you're going to do it. And then it's nice to see like every baker has a different picture of the cake in their mind. So it's always so nice to see the results.
Yeah, and I see some of them like, and they're just works of art. And I'm like, like I'm not a child and I would love to be getting that cake on my birthday. Like the work.
Yes, it's
I'm
also
like,
not just for children, so we do it for everyone as well.
Yeah.
So it's also adults, and it's so sweet. The adults are just as excited as kids, sometimes even more excited.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's really
I
nice.
would be. If I got that as a cake, I'd be like somebody put like hours and hours into work on them. Like some of them are works of art. I'm like, you are not an amateur baker. Like you've been doing this for a while. And it's just so nice to see people, because for me, it's really important for people to give back their time and, you know, and give back to their community. It's something that I think has been instilled in me since I was a child, like kind of unbeknownst to myself by my parents. So it's kind of something I've always grown up with, and it's something that I've always kind of tried to influence people. You know, it doesn't matter if it's a small contribution or a big contribution. I just think it's so important to give back, especially to those who are a bit more in need, because you don't realize until you do something like this kind of the privilege that, you know, some of us have of like having a home. And you know, you kind of, it's kind of hard to explain, because like I wouldn't say myself like overly privileged, but just to know that I have a roof over my head and that I can buy myself food, and I can get a birthday cake, not a bother to me. And you know, having to reach out, and because you have such like an amazing initiative, and it's something you've started. Like I know I gave you a list of questions beforehand just to prep, but is there a reason why you kind of started something like this?
Yeah, I think it's just really nice to see that something small, so small like a birthday cake, can actually have such a big impact. I think the biggest problem is like about volunteering is that everyone thinks, oh, it has to be something very big, or you have to have a lot of money to donate. And as you said before, like it's the small things that actually can have a big impact. The cakes are not going to change any lives, but they will change a day, and they will give the birthday boy or girl, will give a lasting feeling and a memory, which they might have a picture and they will always remember it. And it doesn't maybe have to be the cake they remember, but the friends getting together and like making him feel special. So just that feeling of being special, somebody cares, that actually has a big impact, although it's just such a small, it's just a cake, you know.
But it's mad because, no, I was saying,
sorry.
yeah, you know, it's not at all. I was saying, because, you know, and it's not a small initiative at all. Like, it's definitely something that's growing. But one thing, myself and Ali, who actually co-hosts this, and she'd be a volunteer as well for many years behind her. And something we always say is, yeah, it's great. You can give money. You can raise as much awareness as you can. But one thing that you can give that you'll never give back is your time. And I suppose when you're delivering the cakes, and those people who you're delivering to have the time, and as you're saying there, the feeling of having a birthday and everyone together, that's, you know, as you're saying, yeah, the cake is there, and the cake is like the centerpiece of it. Yeah. But it's the time and the emotions and the feelings of having the birthday cake together and having the candles and blowing it out and being like, oh yeah, I remember my 8th birthday, I was delivered this cake, and she delivered a little gift and balloons and superhero masks. And it's that kind of party that it's a small party in the time that they had together. And I suppose my last question for you is, if there was anything from this series between yourself and I that people could take away, what would it be? And it could be anything. It could be volunteering, it could be charity work, it could be who you're kind of getting involved with.
Yeah, it's just like if someone loves to do something, they shouldn't be scared to do their own initiative. I'm the perfect example that it's super easy to start something if you're really passionate about it. I love this initiative, and like I'm spending so much time on this, and I really love it, and I love how much it grows. And I think like I love baking, but not everyone loves baking. So if you're good at arts or teaching kids, like do something with it, because everyone, like it doesn't matter how small it is, but everyone can actually be part of the community and make it a bit better. And even if it's just like for your neighbor or something, like just doing something small can actually have a big impact. I always encourage like the bakers as well to have their own ideas. Like now that we have like so many people on board, like I am encouraging everyone to reach out to me if they have like, for instance, Ramadan. That was like for one baker, it was really important. So she led the whole Ramadan project. She managed like to do 100 Ramadan bags, which was completely like organized by her, but we did it like as considerate cakes because we were able to raise more awareness, and it was just easier this way. But like, it's amazing because in this initiative, people can already also like grow and have their ideas and have an impact like with the community we already have now.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. And thank you so much for your time and everything. And for any updates on future thinking, make sure you follow us on social media.
They say a picture is worth 1,000 words, but sometimes the mix of flour, sugar and butter can be too. Not everyone can afford a birthday cake, but the Consider It Cakes initiative, which now has around 420 volunteers nationwide, makes it all the more sweeter on that all-important day.
For us, it's just a cake. For them, it's so much more. You have to imagine in direct provision, they get the food, they can't decide all the time. So they can request the perfect cake for them with the best flavors, their favorite treats on top. Second, we give them the chance also to celebrate with friends and family, because a birthday party without a cake isn't really a birthday party. And I think what's also very important is that we show them that somebody outside cares.
Francisca's mission today is to bake a lemon cake for David, who is living in direct provision.
Hi, happy birthday!
Thank you. David's best friend put the order in as he wanted to make sure he didn't miss out on his special day this year.
Oh, wow. It means a lot to me because it has made me feel so important and loved. You know, that's the most important thing. You're spreading love, and that is it. That's what the world needs now.
Anyone who is homeless, asylum seeking or simply cannot buy a cake because of their current situation is eligible.
It has a D for David.
They can request the cake they want for whatever the occasion for a child, partner or friend, so nobody misses out on those special memories.